Dear students, let us continue on the discussion of the question paper. We have already seen yesterday till the passage, okay, passage comprehension. There is also poetry comprehension for you. So read the following lines and answer the questions set on it. 3 marks. A ship on the sugar fields lands and splits its crew of black workers into the landscapes. Lord, I do not want to go to school. Please help me that I need not go again. Where does the ship land? What is the answer? The ship lands on the sugar fields. What does it spit out? A crew of black workers. Who are the passengers in the ship? Black workers are the passengers in the ship. Okay. Let us now go to the grammar part that you have to have in your question paper, grammar and vocabulary. Complete the following by filling in the blanks using the right form of the verb given in the bracket. So, you should know where past tense of the verb, where present tense and where future tense of the verb is used. A fence dash around Tamanna's land by Basavaya. So, you know that these questions are taken from your textbook directly. Okay? They are not from anywhere else. So, if you read your text carefully, if you do not know how to frame the grammar part of it, you can answer these such questions. Okay, a fence dash around Tammana's land by Basavaya. Since the text is narrating the story of the past, the text is narrating the story of the past, you need to use the past tense in these sentences. So the fence was built around Tammana's land by Basavaya. A fence built, why can't you use a fence built? Fence is here not active. It is a fence cannot do any work, isn't it? You know, it is a non-living thing. So a fence cannot build something. A fence has to be built by somebody else. So we have to use here passive voice. A fence was built around Tammana's land by Basavaya. So both of them were encouraged by their supporters. Why were encouraged? There are two people. Tamanna dash by his supporters. He was advised by his supporters about the various means available for getting back his land. So one thing is that you are going to get how to change the verb forms. Looking at the sentences, you have to change the verb forms. Next, report the following conversation. Now, report speech, which is a direct and indirect speech, is very hard to answer. That's why you need to go through it thoroughly. So, POP campaigner. All this conversation is taken from your textbook itself. We want your vote. Rufus, okay. How can I vote for Madhuka? POP campaigner. Are you taking this money or not? Rufus. Will it be heard outside this house? POP campaigner. Don't worry about it. So, this conversation is in the present tense. We want your vote. See the first sentence, it is in simple present tense. Simple present tense becomes simple past tense. Okay, the POP campaigner told Rufus, okay, that they wanted his vote. How does he answer? How can I vote for Madhuka? Again, it is in simple present tense. It becomes a simple past tense and it is a question. So you have to use the word asked. Rufus Okek asked the POP campaigner how he could vote for Madhuka. Can becomes could. The next sentence you look at, POP campaigner is asking, are you taking this money or not? So here's your question. Again, you have to use the word asked. This is in present continuous tense, isn't it? Are you taking this money? The present continuous tense becomes past continuous tense. And since it's a question, you have to use the word whether or if. Okay. So are you taking this money or not? So the POP campaigner questioned, okay, asked or questioned, you can use any of them. Rufus, if or whether he was taking that money or not. He was taking. Use here, are you taking is present continuous tense. It is here past continuous tense. Rufus answers, will it be heard outside this house? So Rufus enquired if or whether that could be heard outside his house. Here will become would. Since it's a question, you have to use the word inquired, asked, or questioned. Okay, then that could be heard, would be heard outside that house. Next, POP campaigner is asking, don't worry about it. So POP campaigner asked him not to worry about it. Okay. Next, we are going to question number 28. Reported speech already done to you by sir in detail. There are videos in the website. Please go through them thoroughly. Complete the following dialogue. Raju, a second PU student, wants to get information in the class. Raju, asking permission to enter the class. So what can he ask? Raju, may I come in, sir? Lecturer gives permission. Yes, come in. Raju, I am sorry, sir, for being late. Lecturer, it's okay, but why are you late? Raju, I missed the bus. So what you have to do is given in the bracket. We have already done in the language functions this kind of questions. Please go through it. Next question. Question 29. Fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate expressions given in brackets. Okay. The telephones are situated on a table or a corner in Japan. Anybody, any passerby could listen in, but nobody does. The telephone receiver can be one's castle. This is there in your lesson, okay, Japan and Brazil. Please look at the context in which this sentence is there. Then only you can understand the meaning. Because unless you understand the meaning, you cannot fill in the blanks. Next exercise. Fill in the blanks with the right linkers given below. There was dash a guillotine for cutting the head off. There was neither a guillotine nor an executioner in Monaco. So if there are two negatives, you have to use neither, nor, or either, or. The ministers wrote a letter asking the French government whether they could lend them the machine. So an expert to cut off the criminal's head. Linkers they already give you. We have done already the linker part of it. It has been given to you in the brackets linkers. You have to choose the correct one and fill in the blanks. It's very easy. 4 marks question it is. So this also has been done to you. It is there in your workbook. You need to practice these kind of questions too. Read the following passage and make notes by drawing and filling in the boxes given below. So I am doing one for you because I don't know whether you are familiar with such questions. Women's empowerment is the act of giving power or authority to women. It involves women's organizations which aim to increase their self-reliance, encourage them to make choices and to control resources. Women experience subordination or powerlessness in multiple domains. These include the home, the workplace, and all other public places. The strategies for empowerment women can be classified as legal, social, and economic. The drawing has been given to you. Reading the passage, you have to fill in the blanks. So, women's empowerment, art of giving power, or they have given here, or authority to women. Okay, just choose the words from the passage and fill in here. It's very easy. That involves organization. And domains of subordination are women's workplace. One is given workplace. Then which are the others? Home, workplace, and public places. Aims to increase women's self-reliance. Okay. Encourage women to make choices and control resources. So strategy empowerment classified as legal, social, and economic. So it's very easy. Next comes writing a letter. This also is very easy. You have been learning to write letters from your primary days. 5 marks question it is. You need to practice little. Write a letter of application in response to the following advertisement that appeared in the Deccan Herald dated 20th December 2018. Write XXX for name and YYY for address. So you should not give out your familiarity. That is why you need to use XXX and YYY. Wanted data operators, qualification second PU passed, basic computer knowledge, apply to the manager, Sri Basaveshwara Education Trust, Bangalore. Answer. Now this form has been changed of writing letter that sir has might have practiced in your this thing. Since it's a formal letter, first you have to use to. Okay, from is you should not write from, you have to just write from where it is, then write the date, then write the to address. You should not write to but just write the address. Okay, then comes the subject can be omitted also, then dear sir or respected sir. I write this letter in response to advertisement in the Deccan Herald dated 17 December 2018. Since I fulfill your requirements, I hereby apply for the post of data entry operator. I have finished my second PUC with the first class and have basic knowledge of computers. I have given more details in my resume. I hope I come to your expectations. Thank you. You are faithful should come this side. Everything and the signature. Then comes the enclosure, that is resume you are going to this thing. Okay. You need not give out all the details of the resume, just you say that the resume is enclosed. Next comes another type of question. Imagine you are the secretary of Eco Club of your college. On the occasion of World Environment Day, you are required to give a speech on the need of awareness to preserve nature. Points to be included in the speech are the need for conservation, cause of destruction, depletion of the ozone layer, health hazards. All these points should be included in your speech. So based on this information, write a speech in about 100 words. Or they have given another option for you. The following pie charts represent information about voter turnout in the general elections held in post-independent India over a span of more than 50 years. Use this data to write a report on the polling trends in about 120 words. So this is writing this thing speech. I need not do it because the speech writing already has been done for you. The topics will be differ. So if I do this now, there is no use. First of all, you need to have a good language in order to write a speech. What do the underlined words in the following extract refer to? Sahu designs the trophies handed over to the winners. These are presented to them with great ceremony. Though Sahu is not a sportsman, his passion for creating the trophies is outstanding. He has his workshop in Basaveshwar where he has been living since his childhood. What does these refer to in this paragraph? These means what here? These means he is talking about trophies. Then them means winners. His means where is his? He has his workshop means whose workshop? Sahu's workshop. And where he has been living? Where means the place? Bhubaneswar. Next. You need to rewrite the jumbled statement. Your statement has been given to you. These are the very easy type questions. Again, unless you know correct grammar or the sequence of the sentence, it will be very difficult for you. So you need to practice a lot. Such questions are there in your textbook. So many jumbled segments are there in your workbook. You need to work them out. Rewrite the jumbled segments to form a meaningful sentence. So see here, every 5 years held their leaders once in to elections are. So you must find out which can be the subject here. Okay. What is the main thing they are talking about is election here. So election should be subject and should come first. So elections are held once every 5 years to elect their leaders. Sometimes we may use also elections are held 5 years every 5 years once to elect their leaders. That becomes wrong. That's why unless you know the English properly, unless you know what changes in the sentence conveys the message to the reader, you cannot make a proper sentence. So that's all for now. I will work out one more question paper for you of 2018 so that you get clear idea about the question paper pattern.